say, Ben, we are live. We're going to be talking about something you uh, changed your mind on a long time ago. And Ben, we've met through an interview with Mark Gassert and myself, and we've had some conversation. And I introduced you to a company and a product. And your response back to me sort of astonished me. I was really interested in introducing the product because I believe the product has value for everybody. And in our first conversation after that fact, and then we'll sort of go in that, you said, I'm more interested than you think. And I didn't pick up on that in the beginning. But Ben, I just really, you come from a background of years of network marketing and business coaching and sales and all that. And you've been very successful in those arenas. And I would like you to, maybe just tell us a little bit out with this concept right here, when hell freezes over.
Well, as you know, I joined Holiday Magic Cosmetics, which was becoming and did become the largest MLM direct sales company in the world. At the time, bigger than Amway and Shackley combined. I joined it Wednesday, September 15th, 1965, along at noon. It sticks in my mind because my life took a 180-degree turn and a pivot. And answering the same ad and joining the same day was Zig Ziglar. He and I became buddies till the day he died, and friendly competitors and so on. So that's how I got into MLM. I was broke. I was putting my wife through nursing school. My wife at the time, she's since passed away. And I saw a little ad in the paper. It said, if you know anything about marketing plans and want to make more money, dial this number. Well, I knew about marketing plans. I didn't know about marketing plans, but I did know I need to make more money. So I responded to the ad, raced down to the meeting. It turned out I was 2 blocks away and had 10 minutes to get there. And saw the first drawing of circles. We have 4 positions, and he started drawing circles on the blackboard. And when he got done, Zig and I joined, and my partner, James H. Rucker Jr., we all joined, and off we went. And I didn't know the ride I was in for. I literally was just trying to make enough money. I'd have been happy with the money for next semester's tuition for nursing school. But that began a ride where we made millions of dollars. I've since traveled all over the world, met kings and queens and princesses and business leaders and so on, all from that little ad and a marketing plan and a good product. So I was thrilled. But over time, things changed at the company. And this is 5 years out. Things changed at the company. The government agencies got very critical of anything that had MLM in its name, or the pyramid schemes is what they chose to call it. And although I had done very well and walked away with a lot of money, and almost everything I've done since then, you can trace back to that phone booth on Peachtree Street in Atlanta where I answered the ad, it soured me. And then a lot of people got into the business who didn't know anything about business. I don't mean Holiday Magic, MLM. Got into the business who didn't know anything about running a business and didn't know or care about the products they sold. A company we used to private label some stuff in the health department business. I walked through their factory one day, and there must have been, I'm making up numbers, must have been 10 or 15 MLM companies I knew who all got their products at the same place, and they didn't make different products for different people. They just changed the label. And that began to sour me a little bit. I was sort of looking for a miracle product. And then eventually it was just time to leave. So ever since then, people were saying, are you going to start your own? If you start your own, I'll join immediately. And I said, I will join another MLM when hell freezes over. And that was sort of the end of the discussion for me. And then over the years, I qualified that a little bit. I will join another MLM if I own it, if the products are wonderful, if the marketing plan is fair and square for everybody involved, and everybody has a decent chance to make a lot of money and so on. Well, with those qualifications, I was able to stay out of MLM for 25, 30 years because nothing met that qualification. But I'm in all the sales groups. So I started watching, I didn't start, I watch sales groups, and this strange name, ASEA, kept popping up. And then some people I knew and respected were in it, and they started popping up. And then you and I talked and created a almost instant friendship and affinity.
Thank you.
And through you, I met and simultaneously met Mark Gassert, and then through you, Dr. Dave Silverman, and through the three of you, Tyler Norton, your head guy. And I was so I started looking around and checking with people and so on. I couldn't find any flaws. I always picture it like you're sanding a board, and it's rough when you start, and then the trick is to get it so smooth there's not a thing anywhere on the board that'll snag your finger. And I couldn't find the rough spot. So I'm a generalist. If your wife has a purse with makeup in it, she knows more about makeup cosmetics than I do, and I've been president of two large cosmetic companies. Because what I tend to do is find people I know, like, and trust who are experts in their field, and I get them to tell me, if they can, this is as good as it gets. This is the best stuff. I've always said to our chemists, I want to walk to the front of the room, hold up a jar of whatever it is, cold cream, body lotion, whatever, and be able to say with a clear conscience, this is the finest product you can buy. There may be others as good, so maybe you're down to the odor, the aroma, the color, the feel, or what have you. But we only make our stuff with pharmaceutical grade products, in the health field and the cosmetic field and so on. And it's designed by a person who is the top in his industry. In that case, it was Morton W. Scott, the same guy who invented Bromo Seltzer and Sally Hansen Hard as Nails and all of our product line. So I said, send me to the front of the room. Let me hold it up and say, this is the best you can get. If you like the aroma and like the color and the feel, you ought to get it. If you don't, that's the reason they make chocolate and vanilla ice cream. So I was looking for a product that was like that, or products like that, and people I knew, liked, trusted, and felt safe with. And you, Tom, Tyler, Dave Silverman, Mark fit that category. And then digging around and checking with people that I knew, the products were A plus. And then I checked the compensation program, and it turned out you fit all of those things that I was looking for. So I wrote something up that you guys are free to publish. The headline is Hell Has Frozen Over. After all those years, I jumped back in with both feet. I wholeheartedly endorse it, would even if I were not an associate. And I just think the world of the products and the stories I've heard. You really got a winning horse here, and I want to help ride it.
Well, thank you, Ben. And it's an honor to know you, and you consider the trust and a friendship. That's how I think that's the most important thing in a business relationship. And you've done your due diligence, and I did my due diligence. I think it's important that when we look at network marketing or MLM or whatever we want to call it, yeah, there's some great companies out there, and there's some that have horror stories as well. I did my due diligence myself, and I think that's important. As we're talking here today, is anybody's looking at any company, those are things you should be looking at. Is the integrity of the company, the product is exceptional, is it unique, and all those type of things, and does it pay fairly well for what the efforts you put into it? And because there's everything takes effort in this world, and you expound that on a regular basis. So I appreciate the fact that you took those extra steps. My intention was to show it was just on the product side because I know the value of the product, and so our conversation has evolved to where we are today.